Great to have Duffy in the top 6. Lights are out, we're set to go. 40 laps of journey, 21 in direction and 20 in the other. Suzolka gets the early jump. Travis Hutchison has got Worsley for company on the outside. Maloney, then we go back to Riley Hutchison. Brandon Hoff's the next one in the queue. Duffy in behind them, then we go back to Stoward. Hillhouse is the next one, Wenham. Kerr in the 40. Everybody getting into a bit of real estate, nice and early. Nose to tail racing here at Maryborough. Suzolka doing it nicely. Oh no! She's slowed coming out of 4. Problems for the 33 and he's going backwards. Travis Hutchison now picks up the lead. Wasp back to Maloney. Riley Hutchison, the next one in the queue. Brandon Hoff, that rounds out the top 5. Duffy on the outside looking in at the moment. Suzolka trying to get to the infield. Now he does so, we stay clean and green. What a shame, he was absolutely flying to that point. Travis Hutchison, Tony Wust. Riley Hutchison going to battle with Toby Maloney. Still Brandon Hoff hanging on to that 5th spot. Scott Duffy back to Brandon Stoward. Mike Wenham, Daniel Hillhouse and Stuart Kerr rounding out the 10. Wust doing it nicely now, right on the hammer of Hutchison as he rolls up the front straight. Top 4, nose to tail as they rip through 1 and 2. Opposite direction this time around. 3 wide down the straight. Wust boxes them in, gets back to his 2nd spot. Eight laps to run in the wrong direction. Brandon Hoff still hanging on to that top 5. Right in amongst the back markers now. Hutchie gets to the top. Riley Hutchison now having a big look on the inside of Maloney. Wust goes up high. 3 wide down the straight again. Wust moves out. Goes from 2 to 4. Maloney now up in the 2nd spot. Riley Hutchison at the stripe, hanging on to 3rd. Yellows on the clayway. As the crash crew get down to find out what is going on. Lights are out, watch for the flash of green. Hutchison says, catch me if you can. 6 laps left to run in the opposite direction. Toby Maloney doing a great job in the grey 33. Tony Wust. What about this bloke back in a race car for the first time in a few seasons? Scott Duffy doing a ripper job. Brandon Hoff just sitting back there in 5th. Nose to tail as they come out of 4. Stoward now starting to get a charge on. Duffy Trying to get down underneath Wust, the battle for third and fourth. Wust, Hoff, Stowart and Wenham. That's the battle for 4, 5, 6 and 7 on the racetrack. White flag this time around. 20 laps in one direction, 20 in the other. And it's Hutchie at the moment. Checkered flag, he wins the first 20. Maloney home for second over Duthie. Wust ends up in fourth. We go green for the second time. Conventional direction this time around. Hutchison picks it up where he left off. Maloney settling into second. Wust back to Hoff. Riley, Hutchison already on the top 5. Wenham under attack from Stowart. Kerr looking to the top. Elbows up as they try to get in where they fit in. Wust, Hoff and Riley Hutchison in a little battle. That's for third, fourth and fifth. Riley had a big look on the bottom side there at Hoff. Brandon shut the door on him very quickly. Leaders again on the back markers. Cannonball run brought to us by Alice Street Automotive. And it is the Alice Street Automotive number 7 machine at the moment, leading the way. Still the battle for 3, 4 and 5 on the racetrack. The RK67 from Rockhampton. Tony Wust doing it nicely at the moment. Riley Hutchison now gets around Hoff. Maloney a lonely second. The action though, still 3, 4 and 5. Riley now closing in on the backside of the 67 of Wust. 5 laps to run next time by. Two to run for the leader as he gets on the back markers. Maloney closing. Hutchison getting balked. Tries to go up the hay, diddle. Gets it all crossed up and it's a side-by-side battle. Hutchison and Maloney. 1 lap left to run. All of a sudden it comes alive. Hutchison breaks away. Maloney, nothing for him at the moment. And Hutchie will go back to back. 20 laps in the opposite direction, 20 laps on the way home. Toby Maloney home for second. Tony Wust will hang on to third. As he picks up the flag though, Travis Hutchison.